Look at this scene right here. Look at the shape. If you saw this, guys, look. If you saw this, right, this slender shape in a show, the first thing you'd see in this is you'd be like, "That's a chick." The first thing you'd say is, "That's a chick." You wouldn't go, "Little boy," or "man." You would say, "That's a girl." And also, in regards to age, when it comes to she's an ant, she's an it, she's a creature. I already went into this with aliens. Y'all can say, oh, excuse me, you can say that you wouldn't fuck an alien, but my thing with the old, it's 200 days old. It's like, bro, stop. If we go into a fictional character and they make the fictional character busty as fuck, dude, mother bearing hips, mommy milkers, and all that stuff, and the shit says 17, it's like, are you imagining that she's like, are you a pedophile and imagining this woman is an underage girl, or are you just looking at the features and being like, nice, right? What is that what you're doing, or is it the opposite? Because when we're regulating pedophilia and all that stuff, and it gets really weird with hemophile and everything, because those features can exist on an underage girl, but that's where consent comes into play. So if in your fiction you need to have this barrier where this thing is like this hypothetical busty milky or whatever the fuck character is 17, and you need to, in your mental barrier, be like, I need consent from the parents because it's legally obligated, then go for it. But I guarantee you guys, 99% of the time, when I'm fantasizing about it or you're fantasizing about it, you're not thinking about the age. Your literal hormones are all over the place, and you're just literally and mentally, and you're just picturing what you do to that body. That's it. That's why we have to check monsters like that into real life, because it's acting on it. And the more these people do it, like jerk off or do whatever with underage girls, the more dangerous they are for underage girls and acting on it. But we're talking about fictional characters. Now, I'm not hounding on pitou. I don't think pitou is very attractive. I'm saying it looked effeminate. And when I look up her effeminate effeminate body on the internet, uh, especially from the show itself, it's very clearly dipping more close to the effeminate features of a woman with body shape and everything. It's a different creature, and I don't think it even has a gender, but it's referred to as a he when addressing it. So I could see the cat boy thing. Like, I'm cool with calling it a he, but I just say it because it's not. It's not a. I don't know how the ants work because I didn't watch Hunter x Hunter. She's not even like attractive enough to it to matter. Like, if she was more busty, it'd be like, I don't care. Yeah, but I think she's an ant or something. To me, I don't see Catboy when I see this. I see this as a. I didn't watch Hunter x Hunter. I know Pito's kind of a bitch and does certain stuff with Adult Gone and kills Kite. I didn't watch it. Yeah, yeah. If you go into the lore of what an ant actually is, 200 something days is actually insane. And that's what I'm getting at when it comes to Martians and aliens. We're talking about human biology. Um, if Pito's a creature, the 200 days thing doesn't work because when we're talking about dogs, we go into dog years. We're talking about creatures. We're not talking about a human being, which adds another layer. That's why it's. But guys, there isn't a gray area. I think there's actually a fine line. Because I actually think lollies and fairies, when they make them little girls, but then they hit on like adult men, and they go, but this fairy is 900 years old. It's like, nah, fam. No, not okay. No, 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 not okay. Yeah. But guys, there is a fine line. There is. I'm not even saying I tap. I'm just saying if I had to assume the gender on first glance, I would say female. And if it corrected me and said I'm not a human, I'm an ant. I don't have a gender. We reproduce like by the queen just plumping us out. I can't reproduce myself. I would assume like a non-gender, an unknown. And addressing them, I would just say it. And if they found it offensive and it chose a pronoun for me to choose, whether it's a he or she, I would just pick it. That's why I think he is used when they were in regards to pitou. Yeah, I think it's really gross when animes do this thing where like the clearly the girl that's not of age. I know that in Japan there's like they have like an issue with underage girls and like stuff like that. Like that kind of stuff is like regularly fine, and then a lot of the builds for like the race itself is a little bit on the smaller side. So it gets kind of close to the sun, but over here maybe not so much in Europe because I don't live over there. I've only visited Germany and France and stuff like that. But at least over here in the States, there's a clear indicator of a woman's immaturity. And we depict that, I'd say, better in our fiction. But you can't say we aren't lacking. Tell me right now that you didn't watch Avatar and didn't look at, like, Azula or Ty Lee or some of the characters in that show, or even Korra in some of your guys' cases, and were just, like, kind of bad. And then you looked up the age, and it's just like they're like 14 or whatever. But you're not seeing 14. You're imagining them as your age when you were watching it. Even as an adult, you're like, that's 17, 18. Not a big deal. And when you're a kid, you're like, she's 11 like me. We're the same age. Like, you don't really know until you look at this shit up, and I just don't. I just assume they're my age when I'm, like, thinking about them. I wouldn't even say when I'm sexually desiring them. Age just never comes up because it's a fictional character. And I like these memes and all about like underage characters and people liking them and being like FBI and knock knock. But it's really like there's plenty of weirdos that on a regular basis have these like slice of life anime or like actually like lollies that the FBI actually needs a knock on. And they're kind of like, the joke is like, the fictional character that's hot is underage. But it's really like, I don't know, dude. Yeah, age of consent 13, yeah. Here. I think it's Zuzu, Ty Lee. Here, Avatar, Ty Lee. I believe. What's her age? She's 14. Yeah. She's 14. I'm not seeing anything naughty. Here. She's 14, dude. She's 14. Maybe here. But what the fuck, dude? She's 14. When you were watching Avatar, you didn't think... Yeah, when you were watching Avatar, you didn't think she's 14 years old. You assumed with the Fire Lord and everything that she was probably 17 or 18. The traveling circus and everything. You don't know fiction. Like, when you get canonical ages to ambiguous stuff like this, it's hard to tell. She's literally, like, one of Azula's like personal hitmen, and Azula is literally heir to the throne, and you can all do the whole princess route, but when the Fire Lord goes down, it's literally Zuko takes the throne. No, Ty Lee is 14 years old. One Piece gets it right. I think the only underage character they have in it is Rebecca. Rebecca's the only one, and she's probably the bustiest character in there. That you're not thinking she's 16, 17. You're thinking that woman's 26. Like, you're probably thinking that. Especially with the lore being related to, I won't say what, but it has to do with time. You get to see her as a little girl and then grow up. Rebecca. I'm not gonna show One Piece spoilers. Let me look up One Piece Rebecca's age. I'm pretty sure that people have told me she's underage. It's probably 16, but who knows? Maybe it could be 15. I can't show her in stream. Rebecca is basically nude in the show. Yeah, she's 16. Rebecca is a young, beautiful 16-year-old girl. Rebecca. Y'all know what she looks like. She's literally in a bra and panties for 90% of the arc. With her titties out. Cup size G or some shit like that. I don't actually know what it is, but she's busty, dude. I can't show it on screen. Bro, oh my god, I looked it up. Andre. Andre, let me DM you real quick. Go on TikTok, go on go on Discord. Bro, 16. Yo, what? It's from the show. It's not somebody's fan art. That's just literally how she's animated. 16. Wait. 16. Huh? You didn't think 16 when you saw that, dude. No, you did not. Shut up. Yeah, you did not think that was 16. You thought that was a fucking 20-year-old. Or older. Who knows what you thought? You definitely weren't thinking about age. I'll tell you that right now. You were down bad. That's what all of you were doing when you saw Rebecca. You weren't thinking, I wonder how old she actually is. Because you get to see her as a kid and there's a time skip. You're not thinking, you're literally just like, yeah, damn. Yeah. That's my issue when you guys are like, Pitou might be like 24 days old or whatever. It's just like, yeah, but she's built like a 30-year-old. Like, not Pitou in general, but like when people give me a hard time about fictional characters' ages or whatever, it's just like, yeah, but the animators or the authors building them like fully matured like women and everything like that. Dude, the strangest thing about them, right? We could talk about maturity all day, but I'd say like one of the most mature things you can do is move out of your house and live on your own. Okay, that's the clearest sign that you're conscious and willing to do your own decisions, which is why running away usually isn't a bad thing, but you shouldn't do it until you're ready. So when I see some of these characters that have whole house incomes, a job, you know what I mean, like they're built like they're in their mid-20s and stuff like that, I'm never thinking, wow, that's crazy that a 16-year-old could do that. It's really like, I'm not even thinking anything, like I'm not even thinking about, like I'm just assuming they're an adult. A responsible adult. Plus, guys, there's one more layer to this that makes it even weirder. How are you going about the intercourse? Let's talk about that real quick. Are you going into One Piece in fucking Vivi or something, right? I don't know how old she is, But or Nami, let's say Nami, are you going into One Piece's verse and screwing Nami? Nami's old enough, but I'm saying, let's use Rebecca, right? What is the age of consent in One Piece? Plus, the world is governed by the world government, but pirates run amok like crazy, regularly breaking the law. Like, it gets really crazy, and then let's just say we're not in the One Piece verse. Let's say you bring her into here. It's a fictional character coming to reality. You're not morphing her body to look realistic. Maybe you're looking at a cosplayer or something. In which case, the person that probably wearing the cosplay is old enough. But let's just say you brought Rebecca from the fictional world here as a 2D thing, but you're just using your imagination to make things work. Like, bro, we don't have any laws on banging a fucking 2D image as a 3D, dude. I just think it's kind of scuffed with lollies. That's my take. Lollies, and then even furries, it's kind of like watch the dog, you know? Like, I don't chastise against those people. I'm just saying, it's just kind of like, well, bestiality is like a whole nother can of worms. Where something like pedophilia is another, and both of them are very bad things that can occur. Like, I'm pretty sure with bestiality, it's like we could get a whole nother fucking coronavirus for them doing that, and then with pedophilia, I mean, dude, that's gonna ruin a child's life, and it comes with a whole bunch of other shit that could damage society. It's also inhumane and gross. In both cases, honestly, for both of them. Anyway, let's change the